Dakar in Senegal. We were talking about decolonizing the mind, Africa Mouridism in post-colonial era. And Mamadou Ba, we spoke about Sheikh Al-Khadim and the impact of the colonial system. Right now, he fought with them using a peaceful, a pacific approach.
Yes.
You know, so how you describe that? Because in Africa, there's a lot of people who came in, like I cited Sheikh Omar Fouti, who fought, did a great jihad, Maba Jahuba, and many others. And the approach of Sheikh Al-Khadim, how did he fought with them?
Okay, if you see, all the people who have fought with the colonial power failed. Because the gun arsenal of the colonial power was far beyond more strong than the local army. Though it's normal they fail. For the Sheikh, he said that all of them failed, but me, I won't fail. And he chose the non-violence way. And I'm going to tell you something. Everywhere in the world, we know non-violence through Nelson Mandela, through Martin Luther King, and through Mahatma Gandhi. And you know, when the journalists asked Nelson Mandela, what was your inspiration of the non-violent fight? He said that I was inspired by Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King said that he was also inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. And when they asked Mahatma Gandhi, what is your inspiration? He said that when I was a student in Great Britain, one day I went to the library and I saw a report on Cheikh Ahmadou Bamba and the French colonialism in Senegal. And the man has succeeded in the French colonial power through non-violence. And you have to know that Cheikh Ahmadou Bamba is the forefather of the non-violence.
Right. Because I've seen an archive, the French sometimes they use spies. There was one called, I'm not going to say his name, but if you go to the archives of Dakar, you're going to see it. The French gave him money, gave him a horse, and told him to infiltrate the Sheikh compound. When he came in, he said, the first money you gave me, he wrote a letter to the colonial system. He said, the first money you gave me, when I handed it to him, he said, just put it on the side. And afterward, he ordered some kids to have it. And the kids who were there around took the money and left. And he told me to go with Serigne Massamba and come back the next day. And then he said, in his letter, deposition letter, when I came the next day, he told me, my fight is non-violent. And the Sheikh told him that. Anytime you see me killing, even a fly, understand that day that my mission is over. And then because that's when they thought the Sheikh has some arms, he's hiding some arms to sort of fight and stuff. And they send the spy. What I'm talking about is in the archives. If you go to the archive, you're gonna find it. Or the famous Omar Ba.
I have it.
Right, go inside. It's in there. The guy they sent over is his brother. He's a disciple of Sheikh Al-Khadim. They're from Luga. His brother he wasn't, but he infiltrated. He came with a horse. But the Sheikh, beautiful word. Tell him, anytime you see me killing something, even a fly, understand that day that my mission is over. So understanding that he was really non-violent at the white, spreaders way of that word. And
what shows you that he was non-violent was after his exile to Gabon and Mauritania, he said, I give forgiveness to all of them, like did the Prophet Muhammad. The Prophet Muhammad forgive all of his enemies. The Sheikh did the same.
Afawtu anil a'da'i turran.
Yes.
Liwaj iman. Nafa'um li ghayri sarmadan. That's to add the funk. When he came in from that book, he said, I forgive them, all of them. I forgive them because of the one who helped me constantly doing that experience. So Sheikh Al-Khadim is just one of a kind. And to finish it up, we're living now in in the 21st century. There's no pointing out to I'm not getting this because of these people. This colonial system hurt me. The French people. It's over. People have to. I mean, if you have Sheikh Al-Khadim, you cannot complain anymore. No. You have all the power. You have all the spiritual. You have all the tools.
Yes.
You have all the. I mean, look up his sons who were here. Sheikh Moudou Mustafa. I'm sorry. You can make him a role model. He's anything you want to look up to.
Yes.
Look to Sheikh Mamadou Mustafa. If you go look up to Sheikh Mamadou Fadel, my namesake.
Yes.
Look up to Sheikh Abdul Ahad, the truthful one.
Yes.
Look up to Sheikh Abdul Khadir, the one with the istiqama. Look up to Sarin Salihu, the one full of light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look up to Sheikh Murtada, the one with the impact of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is what Sheikh Al-Khadim brought us for us to be self-confident. And on top of that, the books, the qasidas.
Yes.
I mean, the qasidas is really mind-boggling. I mean, I was telling just a friend of mine a while ago, he's from Guinea, because I asked him a question.
Yes.
Do you know Sheikh Al-Khadim wrote more than any, you cannot recall someone who wrote more than Sheikh Al-Khadim? He said, really? I told him, yes. He said, well, why are you saying that? I told him, if you take the Arabic letters, alphabets, from Abajada, Awazata, till you finish it, you can take every letter of this Abajada and go find the book that starts with that letter. You're gonna have a work for your life. If you take the A, you go find Hababtu, Ajab, Rabasama, and then you take the Ba, Bibayi, Basmala, and you'll spend all your life finding the works of Sheikh Al-Khadim. I mean, if you have this heritage, you cannot complain anymore. You have to just like one person. You have to be like one person. You have to be like one person. That's our Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, because he's the one really who you never heard Sheikh Ibrahim Fall complain.
Never, never.
He took his time, and he used to say, "I will wait until next. I mean, to the other life, they pay for speeches, for talk." Instead of action. Yes. He took action. You know, I'm the one who created Murid Action. I created it. Okay. The reason why I created it, I was just tired of people complaining. Okay. I was just, is this guy, this. I'm like, are they looking up the heritage of Sheikh Al-Khadim? No, seriously. If you have someone like Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba, believe me, you have to just get up, stood up on your feet, go ahead and fight, realize what you want, and because you have someone that nobody has. What do you have to take on that?
We Murids, we have to pay tribute to Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, because he showed us the way. The way. How he showed us the way? By action, as you said. Action, only action. So the heritage of Sheikh Ibrahim Fall is action. To be a Baifal, to believe in Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, you just focus yourself on action.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Sheikh Ibrahim Fall is, as you say, the light. Is the door of the order. So
I think if you fade away, if we really fade away from the teaching of Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, we're gonna have problem. Because he always says, Sheikh Al-Khadim is the city. I'm the way that goes to the city.
Yes.
I'm the way that goes to the city. And then, life is short. If you don't take action, and if you look up, I'm really sometimes, this is part of the problem also. We're not learning, they're not teaching us what happened. Teaching the life of Sheikh Ibrahim Fall is teaching is really an example of how to surrender yourself to Allah subhanahu, because this is a meaningful example. It's a beautiful, but you don't even know people. I mean, the other day I was like, wow, look at Dakar. All of you, rue Pétavin, the street of Pétavin, rue, je sais pas, Malraux, rue. What Sheikh Ibrahim Fall did in this country, you don't even have an avenue, a street named after your own people.
Yes.
What is going on in this country? I don't understand it. So I think having examples like that should really put us back on track. Yeah.
You're right. We have to change the name of our streets. To use our local authorities or local dignitaries, the name. Right. That's it. Okay, so about the action of Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, he's my role model.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
He's my guide, and I learn a lot about him. Every time I learn on him, I learn. Even at university, I learn on him. And I want to do some researches on him and write something for him. And it will be my next project. Yes.
To write on
Sheikh Ibrahim Fall and the action.
You got a great work. You got a lot of stuff to do, because he accomplished a lot of stuff when Sheikh Al-Khadim really the order needed it.
Yes,
he used to do the zikr at night.
Yes.
Fekk nit ñi naan nelaw ba naan xureet
Yes.
and he worked so hard, day and night, for this order. For this order. I'm gonna finish up with this last questions, perhaps, because the time is running up. Now we're in a situation where now there's, like you said, there's much more Noreni, the diaries all over the universities.
Yes, yes.
And I see, do the diaries still using the old style into getting together and just learn and laugh, or they just accommodating to the new situation right now, trying to accomplish new stuff in order to go far.
That's it. That's it. So now in dairas, you can see no more teaching like we used to do. Now we say now murid modern murid. I don't agree with that term. Murid is not modern. You can modernize your action. You can modernize, but you must be like the Sheikh did.
Like I said, what I wanted to say is sometimes I see some diaries really. So because I live in Dakar, I know what's going on. Sometimes they go after the chant they have when they gather people. I mean, they don't. You can have a diary, a school. You've been a long time at the university. You can go and do some work on Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, and come on the day of chant and present it yourself. I think kids will understand you more, and you'll have a very proper message, because you take your time. You did a great deal of researches on Sheikh Ibrahim Fall, and instead of doing this, I see them inviting a guy like me who come on the mic, start saying some nice stuff. When the Sheikh did this, when the Sheikh did that, people laugh and give you money, and that's it. That's what I call the old style. Because we have to be, people have to use their brain sometimes.
Yes, right.
Time is running up. You seem to did a lot for us. We don't have time now for details. We just have to stand up, like I said, and do something good. And I think with the diaries in the university and the school, you are at the forefront of this fight, because you guys intellectuals, you spend so many times at school, you have the tools, you have the knowledge. If you don't do it, believe me, nobody else will do it.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Sometimes we take the floor in front of the people and we talk to the guys what our research was, but not all the time. Sometimes we went to Dara, we sit behind like a disciple.
Mamadou, I'm going to have to cut it short because our time is up. Yes. Thank you for being in the program. I really appreciate your help and what you did. You can say hi to some people you want to give a shout out. Like it's go ahead.
Yes. My pleasure. I'm very happy to be here with you, and I learn a lot on this discussion. So I'm grateful to my Sheikh, Serigne Fallou Fall, Serigne Modou Aminta Fall. I am also thankful to a friend of mine, a religious guide, who is my friend, the son of the Sheikh, Serigne Modou Fall, Ibn Serigne Assane Fall.
MashaAllah.
And I give a word of peace, and I pray for peace to my neighbor in Anmaris. I live in Anmaris. And they do a lot on me. Inshallah. I like them, the people in Anmaris, because they teach me everything.
MashaAllah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Through you also, I'll give my ziyarah to all the Baifal community, especially to the Sheikh Mbawar Fall family and Mami Ibra Fall, and also all the sons and siblings of the great disciple, Sheikh Ibrahim Fall. Before we leave, also thanks to the one who helps us, the camera persons, Sharif Gay and Ngone Sar, and also the one in the studio, Sheikh Anta and Zator. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Jërëjëf Serigne Touba. Jaraw lak Imam Sheikh Ibrahim Fall. Thank you.
Sera en anglais.
ما شاء يفعل من بعد ومكنون ربنا سكر الذي بالكاف والنون ما شاء يفعل من بعد ومكنون